All right, church, I hope this video finds you well. Just a few announcements, like Pastor Wade, some encouragements as well. Tomorrow, Sunday, we're going to have some care packages available for the children in youth at Red Village Church. Hopefully just a little blessing to our kids. And so you can pick those up tomorrow if you're going to join us at the church building. But if not, if you're going to be joining us just online, just let us know when would be a good time. We'd like to drop those care packages off for the kids. Tomorrow we will be indoors just because of the weather. It's going to be pretty cold tomorrow morning, and so we're going to be indoors. And just so you know, the plan going forward is throughout October, we're going to continue to check the weather each week to see what the temperature will be. If it's above 55 degrees, we will be outside. But if it's below 55, it's just a little cold, and so we're going to be moving indoors and have the things kind of set up to kind of do that with social distancing and things like that. And then we'll be doing that through the whole month of October. But then come November, we're just going to be planning to meet indoors. And then as we do that, we will continue to pre-record the sermons for you. And we might also look into live streaming as well to have a few different options for you as if you're going to be joining us online. Also, there's a few resources I'd like to kind of pass your way. Is one, just a journal. And so we actually have these available tomorrow as well at the church building, and also be willing to deliver these around if you're not able to join us tomorrow. I think journaling is going to become really important for us the next probably 4, 5, 6 months. We've talked about this a lot, that winters are hard and discouraging, and on top of all the other things that we're going through right now, I think it might be even that much harder. And so a great way to kind of help process everything that we're going through is journaling. And I'm trying to think of some ways that maybe I can even help us to be journaling together as a church. And so those will be available either to pick up tomorrow at the church building, or as mentioned, we'll deliver them. A couple books that I'd like to pass along to you that I encourage you to read is one I'm reading right now. It's called Gentle and Lowly. And so I'm reading this with a few friends, and it's been really good. It just talks about the heart of God. And so if you like this book, but you can't afford to get it right now, just let me know. We would love to buy you this book. It is very helpful. A couple other books that we do have available that's in our church library is one called Being There. I started this a few years back, and I thought it was really helpful. The subtitle is How to Love Those Who Are Hurting. And so this is available in our church library, and we could also deliver it to you if that's something you want. And then another book that we've talked about in the past that I really like is called Running Scared by Ed Welch. And this book is very helpful and just talks about things like worry, fear, and anxiety, and how a lot of times when we are fearful or anxious, we're worried about like the unknown and what might come our way. And so we know right now there's so many unknowns that might come our way. And this book could be very helpful to you if you're feeling just very anxious and very worrisome right now. And so this is available in the church library. We could also buy you a copy of either of the two books that I just mentioned. One more resource that I'd like to kind of pass your way is we have some DVDs that are really good that I think would be very encouraging to you. And if you're looking for things to do, especially now that we're going to be more indoors, these are available also in the church library. And so one of them is called Jesus in Athens, which is really encouraging. We watched this, I think it was not this summer, the summer before, as a church, which is great. And then we have a whole bunch of these DVDs called Dispatches from the Front. And so the Jesus in Athens Dispatches from the Front, they're very similar. They tell just stories of like ordinary people, how the Lord's using to do some really extraordinary things on the mission field. And so if you're looking, just Friday night, you're looking at something to do, a movie night or something like that, or just during the week, these DVDs are available for you to watch, and I think they're very, very good. And so last thing I'll mention is just more of an encouragement to me this week that I think might be an encouragement to you. And so on Tuesdays, we have a homeschooling group called Classical Conversations that uses our building. And so this Tuesday, I was trying to work my way down to my office, trying to stay out of the way of where the kids were working. And as I was trying to sneak my way down to my office, some of the teachers spotted me. And so they called me over and just reminded the kids of who I am and, the pastor of the church that they're meeting in. And they were just so grateful and thankful for our church family to have space. And as they're expressing their gratitude, they're like, well, let's pray for me personally, but then also just for Red Village Church. And where I was just so encouraged was the kids all took turns praying. And their prayers were just filled with thanksgiving. Now, this is not obviously an ideal situation for any school that's meeting right now. There's so many challenges that they're facing. But for this school, they were just so thankful that they had a spot to meet, so thankful for our church that has provided them space to do so. And I thought that was just a really good reminder. Things are not the way we want them to be right now. But at the same time, we have so many things to be thankful for. And so, maybe if you grab a journal, maybe that's the first entry you do is just write down all of the things that you are thankful to the Lord for. There actually is a lot, starting with Jesus. We always have reasons to be thankful because of what God has done for us by sending his only Son to die in our place that we might be forgiven and that we might know his love both now and eternally. So God bless you. I'd love to get updates from you. I love getting those. So if you want to send me an update sometime, or if you want to set up a Zoom call, something like that, I would love to know how you all are doing. So blessings, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, either at the service or online.